Let's talk about the empty nest. Congratulations on graduating your kids and getting them out of the house. But let's talk about 5 things that aren't talked about very often because there's some shame involved in that. Number 1, empty nest syndrome is real. You can go through depression and anxiety because you feel kind of lost. You've been a mom for 18 plus years, and that label is different now. You're still a mom, but you're not a mom full time. You're not quite needed as much as you were. And that can trigger number 2. You feel abandoned. You feel like you spent all this time raising these babies and spending all of your time and effort on them, and then they just leave and get their own life, and it's like, fuck you, mom. Don't need you anymore. Which triggers number 3. You can literally feel betrayed by these people you raised. Now, you went through their whole life raising them to be an adult and be grown and stand on their own 2 feet. And then when they do, you just don't matter as much to them as you did. This is temporary, but that's how you can feel. You know what I mean? As a mom, you feel like, oof, you text them, they don't reply for a day or more. But when they text you, you're like right on it. What do you need, baby? I don't know a better way to describe it than betrayal, right? Which triggers number 4. You will feel guilty for feeling abandoned and betrayed. Because you want these kids to grow up and live their best life, right? But the feelings are valid. And I'm sure you're not the only one feeling them. Which leads to number 5. You have to reinvent yourself. If you spent your whole life raising your kids and sacrificing what you love and what your passions, what you're passionate about for them, to take them to soccer, football, basketball, dance lessons, cheer practice. You've put all your needs, wants, and desires aside for them. You forgot what you're passionate about in your own right, for your own life. Leaves you scratching your head wondering, shit, who am I now? That's where I come in. I actually started the Recover Your Power idea when my kids left home. Because I started momming when I was 18. And when all my kids left the nest, and that was okay, but then when they didn't visit as much, when they didn't call as much, when they didn't text as much, when I didn't have any way to protect them from the big world, I went through a ton of anxiety with worrying about them, for one, and not being able to protect them like I always had, for 2. So I had to reinvent myself. I had to figure out what I loved, what I was passionate about. That takes work. So if you have any questions about it, you can send them to my email at recoveryourpower@gmail.com. Tell me your story, and I'll get you on the road to recovering your power. That which makes you uniquely you. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel bad. Don't feel like you're the only mother who feels this way. Because when your kids leave the nest, it is hard. And you're not alone. Pay attention, people.